Do your thing.
Hello everyone, Varen Strife here with Final Fantasy Theory. Every great hero has a great villain. They make or break the story. A weak or out-of-place villain can ruin the entire experience. That's why today I bring you the top 5 successful Final Fantasy villains. For this list, I'm going with villains that won or came very close to winning. Not necessarily the coolest. So try not to hurt me too much if your favorite isn't number 1. Enjoy. Coming in at number 5 is Sephiroth. I know what you're saying, but Sephiroth is amazing, cool, he does so many villain things. I agree. But as far as being successful, Sephiroth did not quite get there. Like many villains, he got to the winning stretch, but dropped the ball due to ego or other issues. Sephiroth summoned Meteor, and he absorbed enough of the lifestream to become godlike, but he underestimated Cloud and friends and lost. His Meteor spell only managed to destroy Midgar. Even with his final attempt to take over Cloud's mind, he failed because he underestimated Cloud's ability to overcome the odds. What gives Sephiroth the edge over the other villains like this is that he still exists. In the lifestream, he is still alive, his consciousness and his will. Per his own words, I will never be a memory. Coming to number 4 is Ultimecia. The reason this elegant sorceress gets this spot is she manages to set herself in an infinite time loop in which she could potentially one day escape and win. But, as of the events of 8, she is stuck in the loop and continuously loses. She claims number 4 because of a technical stalemate. Now I know you might be thinking, but what about Garland? Doesn't he do the same thing? And it's true, he does set up a time loop. However, by the end of the first game, that time loop is destroyed once Chaos is finally defeated. And arriving at number 3 is the Clown Prince himself, Kefka. I know the fanboys and girls of 6 are writing their comments as I speak, because Kefka manages to wipe out most of the world and become a god. However, he still loses in the end, which is why he's not number 1. He also lacks a real plan beyond becoming a god. Once he achieved that goal, he was a bored child playing The Sims, and was taking the ladder away so his players would drown in the pool. This doesn't mean the Clown Prince didn't accomplish more than most, but poor planning and execution keep him from my top spot. You're probably wondering by now who could possibly be number 2 or 1 if Sephiroth and Kefka aren't them. Well, prepare to be surprised. Number 2, Yevon. Now to be clear, I'm not saying you Yevon. I mean the Church of Yevon itself. This church, founded by Bavel, manipulated the entire world for 1,000 years and knowingly sacrificed people for a pointless cause. Worse, Bavel is the reason sin was created to begin with. If Bavel hadn't started their Machina War 1,000 years before the events of 10, New Yevon would not have created sin, and the World Destroyer would never have been a threat, requiring the sacrifice of summoner after summoner. For 1,000 years, they kept the people in the dark while they hoarded technology and violated their own beliefs. They tricked countless people into wasting their lives for a vain crusade, and have a massive body count as a result of their treachery. Still, even as successful as Yevon was, there is one villain who tops them all, because he is the only one to actually win. Alright, coming to number 1. Caius Ballad. 13.2 was one of those gem games that most didn't play because the first one was not well received. But 13.2 was actually quite good, and its villain Caius actually wins in the end. His goal the entire time is to kill the goddess Etro, whose heart is in his chest. He manages to do this by using his friend and mentee, Noel. Though the hero didn't intend to kill Caius, it still happens. With Etro's heart destroyed, and by extension the goddess killed, all of time is stopped and the gates of chaos are unleashed. This victory makes Caius the only villain to actually win in the end of the game. While he does come back in 13.3, as far as 13.2 is concerned, he won. Alright, and that's my list. Do you agree with my top 5? Discuss down below. Do you think someone else should have been in the list? Hit that like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.
See you soon.